Hey guys, welcome back to the video. Today I'm going to be doing the Big Bang Theory Season 2 retrospective. Let's get to this. So, Season 2, Episode 1, we resume right back where we left off, when Leonard and Penny went on a date. There was a big cliffhanger there at the end of Season 1. Yeah, they pulled one of those on us. So yeah, we resume back where they left off on their date, and they come back, and stuff happens. Well, actually, no. Stuff doesn't happen. Penny just kind of goes in her apartment, and then it goes to his and stuff. And Howard and Ross were spying on them. So, yeah, okay, guys, good job. Creeps of the year, creeps of 2022, or 2000. Oh, you killed me. So yeah, Howard and Raj, creeps of the year. So basically, this episode, Sheldon has to keep it secret from Leonard, and it's really fun, because I just love all stuff where Sheldon acts like the weirdest human ever, and he moves out, and it's really, really confusing for Leonard because he doesn't really know why Sheldon's moving out, and it kind of contradicts a few things that are on the show. How Sheldon's like not really doesn't really adapt to change very often, so it is kind of weird how he's just gonna like move out, just keep a secret from Leonard. Like, why does he care this much? I mean, he really tries to keep the secret, but Sheldon, he can't do anything right when it comes to social stuff. But whatever. Then at the end, then they makes a mistake, and yeah, he tries to recommend Penny at college because he ends up finding out because Sheldon got drunk over drinking milk. Yeah, whatever. And this time, Leonard knows where he went wrong. So, Season 2, Episode 1 sees the return of Leslie Winkle, who's appeared a bit in the last season, and I think is promoted to a main cast character. So, yeah, that's fun. And she starts to date Leonard until I guess they have different views in science. I like Leslie Winkle in the show, but like, seriously, man, did you really have to? Was this really the breaking point? Just that they have different views in science. Does it really matter at all? I mean, does Leslie Winkle even care? I kind of felt like she didn't care really about what science views other people had, but I don't know, whatever. I guess the relationship is off. And of course, Sheldon doesn't really approve of this relationship. And he has to, play his Mario games on the staircase. Penny's also in this episode, and she's out with a new man, which actually kind of triggers Leonard into doing all of this. I do like the scene where like they're kissing. Um, like I really don't know how to say this, but they're both kissing their significant other, and kind of in a competition. It's weird. I don't know. I thought that was weird, kind of how they're having a competition there, and then they never really did anything else with it. But yeah, yeah, this was fun. Oh yeah, Raj and Howard were in the episode as well, but like many others, they don't really serve any point or purpose or anything. Okay, so season 2, episode 3 has Penny getting addicted to this game called World of Warcraft, which I've heard about before but have not played it. So I guess it's the new hip hop game of these days. What did I just say? I don't know anymore. Anyway, this video is really fun. Or the episode is really fun. The beginning is great. Penny's life is already falling apart. Isn't that absolutely awesome? Yeah, I'm kind of saying goodbye to that, nice season 1 Penny and season 2, and definitely saying hello to season 2 onwards Penny now. Yeah, this Penny is nice. I do like how the way she stops her video game addiction is when she's like, when it's Howard in the video game asking her on a date. Yeah, that was perfect. Um, Sheldon's kind of mistake in the cafeteria was really, really funny, and him trying to get a date for Penny was awesome as well. All stuff with Sheldon was really, really funny, and yeah, Penny trying to pick that little crisp over here, that was weird. It's actually kind of fun to see a role reversal here. Well, Sheldon isn't really the weirdest one because like Penny just like is going after Sheldon, constantly trying to get him to help her out with the video game. and Sheldon is like at work and everything is really awkward, and usually Sheldon's the one that's making everything worse for everyone, but now it's Penny, so it's kind of a nice role reversal, and I do like where the misunderstanding when Leonard comes to Sheldon's door and hears Leonard and Penny talking. Yeah, that was very weird and strange. Yeah, this is one of my favorite episodes of the season. Definitely, I would definitely rewatch this episode again, and yeah, it's just really awesome. Season 2, episode 4 is, I mean, it's that bad per se. I mean, Sheldon's trying to smile is really funny, but Raj kind of acts very annoying towards the end of the episode, and yeah, it's just kind of, he just kind of acts obnoxious and really annoying. And I guess we get to see Raj's parents again. That's fun. But yeah, there's something anything memorable about this episode other than Sheldon's smile. I wish this episode was a lot better, but yeah, there's just not really much to it at all. I mean, Raj takes Penny out on a date, I guess. So that was something. I mean, he still acts very annoying and they're a rich snob. Season 2, episode 5 is another one of the season's best. Seriously, man, this is so fun. Especially when Sheldon and Penny are in the car and they were playing those games. That was so much fun. And when Sheldon was getting his license, that was really fun as well. A lot of the scenes in this episode are really, really funny. And yeah, Sheldon is kind of a pain in the ass to everyone in this episode. But actually, another scene that's great is Sheldon riding on Howard's motorbike. Yeah, that made me laugh a lot. And Sheldon's just being really annoying to everyone, and it just kind of doesn't really care about anyone's well being at all. And yeah, that's Sheldon. When they were doing the simulation, when they were driving the car, that was fun. And yeah, Sheldon ended up not getting a driver's license yet. That. Of course, yeah, Sheldon just can't do it. He's way too evolved for all this driver's license stuff. Shut the fuck up, Sheldon. So, season 2, episode 6. Don't really know what to say about this one. I don't really find Dr. Nowitzki to be the best character. And out of the 2 episodes in the whole show that she is in, the next being all the way in the season 10 finale, I definitely like her a lot more in that season 10 finale. In this episode, I just don't really find her very interesting. She just kind of stopped being Sheldon from having fun, and Sheldon just kind of goes along with it and doesn't try to stop her, even though he tries to get his friends to stop her. Why doesn't he stop her himself? Am I missing something here? Why didn't he just try to stop her himself? I mean, he does that at the end of the episode anyway, when she asks to get more credit from him. So that was strange to say the least. Yeah, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. I love how at the end of the episode, Sheldon makes the exact same mistake as he did at the beginning, and he just kind of doesn't even realize it. It was actually kind of funny. Oh man, yeah. But there isn't really that much you enjoy about this episode. Yeah, definitely rather Dr. Nowitzki's appearance in season 10 finale. Though I do like how Penny was like wanted to see this when um Dr. Nowitzki came into Sheldon's house, because like Sheldon doesn't really have a girl over at all. Season 2, episode 7 is definitely one of my favorites of the season. Again, okay, I feel like I'm saying that a lot, but it genuinely is a really good episode. I love Penny and Sheldon trying to fight, and I kind of like the three strikes system, though it is kind of inaccurate when you look at in the future seasons. Maybe Sheldon just like disregarded the whole strikes thing, but I feel like he didn't. It never comes up again, even though many people have definitely earned over 10 strikes, probably including Howard and Leonard. I feel like a lot of people would have earned strikes, but like Sheldon never mentions it again. Or previously in the show, in the previous like 20 episodes of the show, I feel like people have earned strikes, but Sheldon just doesn't. Maybe Sheldon just hasn't only create has created it recently. I don't know. It never shows up again. Maybe it was just temporarily, and it was probably just for this episode. But whatever, it was still really fun, and the pranks and jokes or things they didn't. Lenny and Lenny, Penny and Sheldon do to each other was actually really funny, and how Penny actually wins against Sheldon by calling his mother was really fun. I just think this is actually a really good episode and all that. So season 2, episode 8 is the first episode of the Stephanie Barnett trilogy, the trilogy of episodes that include Stephanie Barnett, this character who appears in only 3 episodes. And I'll get on to the weird part about these 3 episodes in episode 10. Something weird kind of happens. But whatever. This is the first episode with her in it, and doesn't have she has the least amount of screen time in this episode than all the rest. And in this episode, I guess Leonard kind of screws over Howard because Howard had feelings for Stephanie, but then basically Leonard kind of made out with her and all that. So yeah, kind of screwed Howard over, whatever. But then at the end, Stephanie and Leonard kind of get Howard a date, which is never mentioned again. But it was most likely a failure. So we don't really need to know about that. Whatever, it's just something to make Howard forgive Leonard and Stephanie again. But yeah, there isn't really much to talk about in this episode. I like all the stuff with Howard's voicemail. That was really fun, especially oh well. So yeah, I mean that was fun. Howard trying to make plans with Stephanie, and then all the people just attending the event gets yeah, there's more and more, and yeah, that was fun. All around, this is actually a pretty good episode. Definitely not the best of the season or the worst of the season, probably like in the middle of the list. Okay, so season 2, episode 9 is actually a pretty fun one. I guess Sheldon tries to keep Stephanie Barnett and Leonard in a relationship, and it's fun. Yeah, definitely like the ending when Leonard was trying to open the pickle jar, I think, and like, Sheldon showed that he couldn't open it and told Leonard to, because then when Leonard opens it, it will like show his masculinity or something. But then Leonard can't actually even open it and he gets himself hurt. That was really funny. I actually really like that. Though, Sheldon's behavior is a bit annoying in this. Definitely not the best of Sheldon. But I think this was good. And actually, I do have to tell you guys something. I forgot that this Stephanie Barnett arc even existed. Like I forgot it existed, and then when I watched the show for a second time, I was like, "What? Oh yeah, I remember this now. I completely forgot it existed. Okay, that's great." Season 2, episode 10, Leonard doesn't realize that Stephanie has moved in with them, and yeah, okay, this is the episode that concludes the Stephanie Barnett arc. And I do need to bring up something in that they never mentioned this character again, and she's never seen again. This was very weird. Maybe the actor got fired or something, or she quit. Because I feel like there's something missing. I wish they had another episode to kind of make this maybe a quadrilogy of episodes and have them actually break up. Although it feels like they're going to break up at the end, they actually don't. Although Leonard kind of feels a bit in a bad place at the end of this episode because Stephanie was crying and all that, and she doesn't want to talk, and Leonard doesn't really want them to live together, but Stephanie doesn't really want to move out and then everything, but you know they never really move on. Yeah, they just never bring up her character again. It was very, very strange, honestly. Just a few more instances of this in season 2. They probably should have brought her name up again. Like seriously, like they couldn't have just mentioned her. But whatever. This episode was fine, I guess. You know. Okay, season 2, episode 11. Oh yeah, this is the Christmas episode, the first Christmas episode of the show, and we learn that Sheldon doesn't actually like Christmas. Oh wow, another thing Sheldon has to ruin. Am I right? Yeah, and it kind of feels like this is the first Christmas that Sheldon, Penny, and Leonard are all spending, together, which is kind of strange because I thought the season like took place in like a year, so shouldn't they have celebrated their first Christmas in season one. I don't know. Maybe this took place like in the season one time. I don't know. Whatever. This episode has the big like Leonard Nimoy napkin thing, and although I think that people like this moment a little bit too much, I do like Sheldon's like overreaction to it all. It is all really really funny. I just think that it isn't like one of the best moments in the show. I do think that there are moments that are better. But yeah, I do agree that it's just funny when Sheldon comes out with all the baskets. That's really funny. And the new character. Okay, so the new character, David Underhill, Leonard has kind of had like a man crush on him. It's really funny, especially with the motorbike landing on his leg. And I love the joke that each time he talks to someone, he always just says like, "Oh, my legs is bad. Thanks for asking." I thought that was a really funny joke, and how Penny and David kind of hit it off. And then when Leonard comes in to yell at Penny for dating this smart guy, um, and not dating him, Penny starts crying, which I thought was actually pretty surprising. But I thought it was a great moment and everything. I thought it was really funny, and also the gifts that Leonard and Penny actually give each other are actually pretty funny, pretty funny jokes. I don't really know why Penny or Leonard got so annoyed at Penny dating David Underhill. I mean, obviously David Underhill is smart and cool. Okay, Leonard, come on, you're just smart. Okay, come on. But yeah, it was understandable why Leonard was jealous. But we all know how it ends up. Blah blah blah. Leonard gets Penny. Blah 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 blah. But not yet. Season 2, episode 12. This is when Howard gets his heart broken by Penny and blah 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 blah. He hides in his room for the whole episode. I thought this was really annoying because I thought Howard would be able to take just getting rejected like this seriously. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this is Howard's personality, and maybe I just don't understand Howard. I just felt like the show misunderstood Howard. Kind of felt like Howard always knew that Penny didn't really like him, and he was just trying to get her to like him. Because like this happens all the time to Howard, right? I mean, doesn't he get rejected by women all the bloody time and never get women at all? And what like I'm just so I just don't really understand why he gets this upset about it. Didn't he know that Penny didn't like him? Okay, this is just really really confusing, and I just don't understand at all. And then he hides in his bedroom for the whole episode. Blah, 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 blah. I do like Howard's mother in this episode is like, what was I supposed to do? Catch. Okay, no, I'm not gonna do the impression. This episode is the first appearance of Barry Kripke, and yeah, his whole joke of his character is that he has a speech impediment. Um, right, I think it's like that was a name for it, but whatever. I don't care. I'm not talking because I forgot. Yeah, and I mean, probably most people think that this is just a lame joke, but lame jokes are my humor. Okay, you don't really need to do that much to make me laugh. So, yeah, the speech impediment kind of works. Um, yeah, but this episode, I mean, it still wasn't the best. The whole Howard thing and the robot stuff. I like how Sheldon is so confident. To get to win the competition he thinks he's going to win. This part of the story is a lot better than the Howard stuff, and the robot chase at the end was good. But it still isn't really like the best episode, even if this was the only plot in it. So yeah. Season 2, episode 13 is the friendship algorithm. This episode wasn't the best episode of the season or the show. I mean, I would be saying that 278 times. But, I mean, this is probably on the worst side of the season. I do like the scene where Sheldon makes friends with a little girl. I did like that. That was my favorite part of the episode. I always loved that scene. But I didn't really like Sheldon and Barry hanging out. I don't know why. I don't know. Just this episode, I'm never really excited for it. I don't know. I mean, I guess I like Sheldon on the climbing frame. Uh, I mean, I like that, and I did also like the quiz that everyone had to take. I mean, I like that. But this episode just didn't really interest me. And I guess I did like how Barry called um Penny Roxanne, but everything else just man, I just didn't really enjoy it that much. I don't know. I mean, it annoys me that I can't really tell you why. I mean, I want to. Okay, I'm a critic. I'm a critic now. Okay, that's what I'm supposed to do. Season 2, episode 14. This is definitely one of the episodes where I feel like Leonard is the most relatable. Like seriously, he's always trying to do is get make Penny to get support Penny's financial issues. And seriously, man, I mean, this episode's like really funny. We see the return of Kurt. That was funny. I like how Leonard's trying to bring everyone to go to Kurt's place. I actually love that scene and everything. And um yeah, that was really funny. Kurt, I mean, he's appeared in a few times in season one, and it's kind of funny it's kind of fun to see him again. I also thought it was strange how uh Sheldon kind of gives Penny money and he's not really annoying about it, and then Penny just kind of he's rude and like not really accept the money. It was kind of weird. I mean, I really find Leonard relatable when Penny and Kirk get back together at the end. I mean, like seriously, man, like Leonard kind of walked right into that one. Man, he's just such a relatable character. Okay, season 2, episode 15 is the first episode of Beverly Hofstadter, Leonard's mother, who has appeared in the show the most physically. If you're not counting physically, I think Howard's mother has spoken in more episodes, but of course she hasn't really appeared physically in any of them. Well, except like one. But Leonard's mother is definitely one of my favorite characters. I loved the Leonard and his mother dynamic, and I like how close Sheldon and Beverly are to each other and stuff. And she was fun. Although she's not one of my like absolutely favorite characters on the show, I do think she brings a lot of stuff to the show and a lot of enjoyment. Although Sheldon is pretty okay with Beverly, Leonard and Penny are definitely not. So I love the beginning part where Leonard's on his phone with his mother, and like he really wouldn't expect you would expect Leonard to be like doing like appointment, like scheduling an appointment, not scheduling a time for his mother to come over. Leonard and Penny, almost get lucky. Well, Leonard almost gets lucky, but then he messes it all up in a really creepy scene, actually. That I'm not going to explain yet. It was pretty creepy. I do like the beginning where with Beverly and Penny talking, and then they literally pick up like right where they left off at the end of the episode. That was so funny. Oh man, this episode's actually this is definitely one of the best of the season. Season 2, episode 16. Yeah, Penny really messes up in this one. She accidentally sprays some paint on Sheldon's precious spot. Um, yeah, okay. Sheldon's a bit on the annoying side of the end of this episode when like he can't even sit in like the cushion right. And I thought I thought the position of the seat would be like what matters. I mean, all of these seats are the same, okay? Doesn't really matter. Although I like this plot a lot, I do like it. I just thought that was a little bit annoying. Sheldon was probably like one of the most annoying he has been. He just has to have something this exact way. Like seriously, I feel like this episode is just annoying in that regard. I know a lot of episodes do the same thing, but I think this one was like worse. Howard and Leslie Winkle hook up, and Howard takes advantage of um Leslie takes advantage of him, and of course Howard stays with her because it's Howard. I like when Howard's mother comes home and then Leslie shouts. Oh yeah, that was funny. Also like at the end when everyone kind of turns against each other in paintball. Yeah, that was really fun. Season 2, episode 17 was actually really fun. Like everyone goes on a train, and Summer Glau is on the train from like is something I don't know. I haven't seen the thing that she's in, but everyone tries to hit on her except Sheldon because Sheldon just isn't a ladies' man, as we all know. I like how Rod kind of hits it off with her, and how Howard really just doesn't at all. That was so fun. Um, and then by the time Leonard works up the confidence to talk to her, she gets off. And we get fun subplot with Leonard and Penny. and how Leonard needs Penny to go into Sheldon's room and all that, and that was really funny. And we learned that Sheldon's Meemaw calls him Moon Pie. What? Season 2, episode 18 is probably one of the most basic episodes in the show, and I don't really know how this episode reaches 20 minutes. Sheldon starts helping Penny out with making penny blossoms, and it's fun, and then the rest of the guys join in, and that's the whole episode, and they kind of have to make a lot of them because there's like a 24-hour rush thingy, and that is on the website, and yeah, this was fun. I don't know why I just like this episode so much. It's probably one of the most basic episodes, and it sounds to be the most boring, but I like it, especially when Penny and Sheldon were singing that song, and then when they give Sheldon coffee, he goes absolutely insane. And I think that was so funny. And there's not really that much to talk about in this episode because it's just kind of the same thing over and over again. I really feel like season 2, episode 19 should have been done a lot later in the show. Kind of feels like Penny's like a little bit too used to the guys in this episode. She kind of knows everything, and she like even makes a Star Trek reference. I mean, maybe I feel like maybe in season 4 to do this episode would probably be the best. I don't know, do a switcheroo, have a season 4 episode and this season, and that'll work a lot better because this episode just kind of feels like just feels kind of strange. Penny's kind of too used to the guys and everything. I do like the girl fight at the end, and how everyone helps out this new girl. Well, except Sheldon. Sheldon doesn't care. Okay, as usual. But yeah. I mean, Alicia, basically kind of like the same character as Penny, kind of. I mean, but like a few differences, like the voice. I mean, this episode kind of has like a mirrors the pilot in a way, like when they meet Alicia and how Leonard, all the guys were helping Alicia, in her apartment. Except Sheldon, but whatever. Sheldon's just strange. Okay. Season 2, episode 20 is the first appearance of the comic book store and Stuart. So yeah, Stuart is a lot different here than he is in the later seasons. He's more confident, I guess. But this isn't a problem with this episode. It's kind of a problem with the later seasons, how he just kind of feeling like really creepy and not confident and all. Kind of like Howard and Raj combined in a way, like early Raj or early seasons Howard and later seasons Raj kind of combined into one character. So it's very strange. This is the original Stuart. Okay, he was more confident, and he asks Penny out on a date and everything. And I thought this was pretty funny. Yeah, Lena was pretty annoyed. Yeah, I like this part of the story with Stuart over the part where Leonard, Raj, and Howard go to a bar. I thought that was kind of boring. I kind of just felt like it wasn't really anything interesting. I did like how Raj kind of got a girl and no one really expected it, and how the longest conversation Howard had with the girl was with his brother. I liked those few jokes, but other than that, I think the storyline was kind of lame.
Oh, it's really good.
Yes, that's you.
Yeah. Though I do feel like there is kind of a bit of later season Stuart when he shows Penny a picture of her, and Penny likes it, and she asks what if she didn't like it, and then Stuart says like I would look like an idiot. So yeah, I mean it kind of feels like later season Stuart. So season 2, episode 21, the prostitute episode. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. So let's just not talk about like the details of this episode. This episode kind of feels similar to the last episode where they kind of went to a bar. This episode is it's a lot better. I found it very funny. Okay. Leslie ended her relationship with Howard. Yeah, okay, I don't really care. I didn't really have any connection to that couple at all. Whatever. I'm pretty sure this is like Leslie's already made her last appearance in this season, so we're probably not gonna see her again. That's fun. So yeah, and Leonard and Raj find a way to cheer them up.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay, exactly. And there's a fun subplot where Sheldon gets locked out of his apartment and has to stay over at Penny, so that's fun.
Seriously,
Yeah,
you think this
okay,
is the size of a baby's
it's kind of what you
arm?
expect, really. I always forget
A
that
little
it's the
baby?
plot of the episode because it was so memorable. It's
Going
fun.
back to the room.
Boy, would it maybe kill them to
Yeah.
put out a nice brisket?
Sheldon just acting annoying, as usual. Season 2, episode 22. Apparently, the main plot of this episode is Howard trying to fix the space toilet. I mean, that's the main plot according to Netflix, but I think the main plot really is Stuart trying to ask Leonard for advice about dating Penny. I mean, it kind of goes wrong for Stuart, but it does give Leonard some hope when Stuart and Penny were making out, and Penny said it was Leonard's name, which is Leonard. Yeah, that was really fun. I feel like the space toilet plot. I just kind of forget about it like all the time. Yeah. Don't I feel it's really that interesting at all. I mean, it's kind of funny on concept, but when they actually executed it, I don't think it was actually like that good. But I do like I do like the continuation of the plot, from the last episode, like not the last episode, from 2 episodes ago. Where Stuart asks out Penny. Yeah, I think that was cool. And the Stuart and Penny couple comes to an end. And where we see Leonard and Penny come to an open. Yeah, probably. Season 2, episode 23, the finale of the season. This is probably one of the best finales of the show. But one of the best season finales in the whole show. There can only be one actual finale. It really gives you like a drive to watch the next season, because Sheldon, Leonard, and Howard and Raj are all going to the North Pole. Yeah. Okay, and yeah, and it really does set up Leonard and Penny becoming a couple in the next season. Which will it happen? I don't know. You've already seen the next season probably, so they become a couple in season 3. Yeah, I overall think this episode was pretty good, especially with the gang trying to prepare to go.
Good news, gentlemen.
To the North Pole, and Howard saying about the crossbow that would kill Sheldon and stuff, and that was cool. Them imagining all the stuff they could do without Sheldon. I thought this episode was just fun. Okay, although it's a better finale, although it's a better season finale than it is an actual episode, I just like this one. Okay, it's good. So, The Big Bang Theory season 2. What do I think of the season overall? I think it's actually a pretty good season. Although I'm not a biggest fan of some of the episodes, I feel like some of them are some of the best that this series has to offer. Although season 3 I think is better. I think this episode is better than season 1. Because season 1 was kind of a bit rocky here and there. It was kind of trying to discover itself. But I think it had discovered itself by this episode, by this season, and I think I really liked it. This is the last season with just the original main 5 cast members in it. I've always thought that they probably should have waited a little bit longer to introduce Bernadette and Amy into the series. But yeah, I do like this series, this season. And yeah, for the retrospectives from now on, if I'm going to do a season 2 retrospective, I'll do this part at the end where I compare it to the last seasons and talk about the season as a whole. Don't think I really did that for season 1, did I? Just whatever. Anyway, see you guys next time for season 3.